Alright, sorry if you hear any background noise or anything like that, or if my chair squeaks. I can't really do anything about that. And I had exactly one person ask me if I would do a video of all my consoles, so I'm gonna do that now. Again, you'll probably hear the chair squeak. If it gets a little shaky, I'm doing this with one hand. So I do apologize for that. I do plan on buying a tripod soon, but that doesn't matter right now. I don't have one right now. I have a headband that I can do kind of first person videos of. If you want me to use that, I'll do one video. I'll try one video out doing it, and we'll just see how it comes out. But with that, I'll go ahead and start with my Game Boys, my Nintendo stuff. First of all, you have my original Game Boy. I mean, it's an original Game Boy, but it's not an original release. This was a 1995 US exclusive Game Boy. It is called the High Technology Translucent. Obviously, it's called that. It gets its name from, you can see all the internals of the Game Boy. And it's in pretty good shape. Normally, the plastics will start to fade over time, and you won't be able to see the inside of the Game Boy as good, or right here where it says Game Boy will start fading off. Won't be great. But this one, I think it either been restored or just didn't get much playtime, because even the screen is pretty good on it. As you can see, it has a little bit of ghosting, but that's just a normal issue old Nintendos have. And the bar, I don't know if that's supposed to be like that or not, like on the side, or nothing's lighting up. I don't know. I know it works. It works good enough for whenever I play it every now and then, because I don't have any nostalgia for this, but I do. It's just cool to play on the original hardware. Then we'll jump up a couple generations, because I don't have any of the other versions of this. I don't have the light, which was a Japanese only with a get back light. I don't have the color, and I don't have the mini. Then we'll go to my Game Boy. Of course, I have two of these. I'll get to this one in a second. This is my Platinum Silver Special Edition. I think this was the first special edition, or limited edition, as they call them, that Nintendo released. It was 2001, I believe. I could be wrong. I don't know the date. I don't remember the date. I used to know it, but I don't remember it now. If you do know the date for sure, I'll probably look it up after the video. But, let me know in the comments. Other than that, because, yeah, I'll probably look it up later, so no big deal. Of course, this one does work. It's a little scuffed up. It's not terrible. It's in better shape than that one, which again we'll get to it in a second. But it's obviously been used. I don't get to play it as much as I'd like, because again, this is not backlit and I don't have any games for it. But all I have is this, and I also have well, it's here somewhere, but I have I'm not gonna go searching for it. It's up here. Oh, here it is. I have exactly one video cartridge for it, as well as Mario Kart Super Circuit. The Mario you probably don't remember. Yeah, we'll go ahead and set that to the side. Pro tip: don't store your consoles with the batteries in them. Just while I think about that on my mind. Then we probably have the centerpiece of my Nintendo collection. My Lados and Linos, I believe is how you pronounce that. Pokemon Game Boy Advanced. Now, this was a Poke Center exclusive. I believe it came out 2003, along with the release of this generation of Pokemon, and was only released in Japan for the Poke Center. That was the only place you could buy it. I bought this one for $120. They're worth way more than that. Obviously, this one's a little scuffed up, but even I got a good deal on it because even in the condition that it's in right now, it's worth more than I paid for it. I don't plan on selling it. I like this in my collection, and I do actually. It's funny. I really shouldn't. I should just put this on a display, but it's a game system. It should be used every now and then at least. I actually play this one more than this one, probably because I spent more on this one. So I'm like, I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna get my use out of it. But I really should just use this one because these are a dime a dozen. These aren't. But as you can see, Poke Center, Japan, 2002. I was close. 2002. Model Game Boy 101. I don't own an SP. The best version's is 102 or 101 SP. I don't own one of those. I want one, but I don't own one. Also, this one does work. Well, there we go. It does work, I promise. Come on now. Well, it just must not have a good connection. It does work. I know that's not the best thing for me to say, oh, it works, and then it's like... Oh my gosh. What you doing? Okay. Yeah, knock off Wario. Let's try a game that actually I know works. Because it was just... Okay, yeah, see, I don't know why it's being so finicky. I don't know why it's being so finicky. That one does work, I promise. I promise. It better work. I'd be upset if I've been touting it. Now we'll move on to my DS. This right here is trusty old blue. I've actually had this one the longest out of anything. This was my very first handheld. Of course, it's seen better, worse for wear. The R trigger right here. The R trigger. The left trigger. Why did I call that the R? Anyway, you can see me. Hello, how's it going? The left trigger does not work anymore. It has trouble reading games. It still works, I promise. There we go. See? And I have Mario Kart in it. See, there we go. Having trouble reading games. If you close it, that's a new problem that just started the other day. If you close it with it on, see, yeah, you move it too much and then it turns power off, meaning probably a ribbon's messed up in there. We'll worry about that later. We'll worry about that later. We'll worry about that later. Fun story. This thing is, before I move on, this thing's crazy how it survived. 1 year for summer, I was playing it, and then since I was really bad at taking care of my stuff, I forgot it in the car. Of course, it was in a case, which I still have the case that it was originally in, but all summer, turned on. 3 months. It was in that car for 3 months. And I finally went out there, grabbed it, and I kid you not, it was on green. Still worked. I'm amazed it didn't die of heat, but I don't know. I don't know. The things have changed. And then we'll move on to my DSi. Now, this one works completely fine. This is just perfectly working. It's missing the stylus because they all are. This was, I'm not quite sure when it was released, but it is a Pokemon White Edition DSi, just a standard one. I don't know what year the Pokemon White was released, but it came out along with this. And I don't really like this special edition that much. I own it because I got it for like really cheap, and it's a Pokemon, so if I ever decide, I don't want this anymore and sell it, I can sell it for a good chunk of money, because Pokemon people will pay anything for anything. It's crazy. But as you can see, if you look very closely, look super closely at the terrible print that Nintendo could have done better on. Like in the light, you can see kind of there, you can see the two main Pokemon from each game. In person, you don't see it at all. You have to look at it in light at the right angle. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. My fingernails are dirty. I just noticed that. I'm sorry. I apologize for that. I work on cars. I do clean my hands. I just now noticed they were dirty though. And now that I pointed it out, you will probably notice it for the whole time. You're welcome. Yeah, we'll go ahead and turn it on. Do a quick demonstration of it. I'm trying to keep the camera as straight as possible. That's not me, that's my sister. It used to be her DS. That's where I bought it from. Okay. There we go. And now to my 3DS. Another special edition. Could you believe it? I know, that's crazy. This is actually another fun thing about this is the 3DS new, or this is the new 3DS XL. This was the very first special edition they ever released for this variant of the 3DS. It's a little scuffed, because I started noticing it was getting scuffed because I used to not have a carrying case for it. And then when I caught this little line right here, I caught that, I was like, oh no. And then the edges, well, not that edge, but this edge, yeah, it started going in a case after that. I did not bring it anywhere and put it in pocket or nothing, because I didn't want the paint chipping off. Very first special edition they ever released for the new 3DS XL was the Monster Hunter edition. This one right here. I have the box for this. I'll probably show that towards the end of the video. I also have the box for this, I forgot to mention. But yeah, it's a pretty neat console. I have a 3DS Fire Red, I think is what it's called. Emerald Red, something like that. But its screen's broken, so I don't really count it towards the collection. I also have a blue DSi XL, but its screen's all sorts of scratched up, so I don't really count it towards the collection either. But I do have them. I figured I'd mention them while I'm talking about my DSs. But as you can see on the rear, it's like a metallic finish. It's a really neat console. New 3DS XL. And even though I'm turning on these systems, not all of them are get turned on. Go ahead and... There we are. Hello, how's it going? You can see me. Hello, you can see me. How's it going? Volume's all the way down. Yep. And then, of course, you got Smash Bros. For the 3DS. Alright. So we'll go ahead and power that off. And that would be all my Nintendo... Oh, no, we got my... That'd be all the Nintendo handhelds except for my, Nintendo Switch. But we'll move to that when I turn around. Next, I guess we'll move on to the Sonys. Yes, the Sonys. My PSPs. Did I forget to put the battery in this one? I did. Okay, I guess I won't be turning any of these on. So, yeah, anyway, I guess I won't be turning on these. This is another one of those systems right here. This black one. This is just the standard PSP 2000. I don't really technically count it because none of the buttons work. It just happened to be out, so I grabbed it. I forget why it was out. I was probably messing with it. This one right here, quickly talk about this one. This is the Metal Gear Solid Special Edition Sony PSP. I forget when this came out. Again, that's going to be a common theme because I don't remember. I don't think I ever really looked up when this one came out. I'll probably look it up at the end of the video. I should have looked it up before the video, but trash YouTuber. I am knockoff Ashens, great value Ashens. But, yeah, it's a really nice one. It's literally just green. That's the whole special edition, but it's a cool color. Then you have my silver, or the limited edition silver bundle color. This was the one they literally bundled with everything. If you got a bundle, you got a silver system. This particular one came with Ratchet and Clank Size Matters. And it's a pretty fun system. I like it. It's just one of my systems, one of my Sonys. My favorite out of the bunch of the Sonys, though, for the handhelds, really, they only have 2 handhelds. I don't have a PSP Go. There are a bunch of different options of these. Like, you have the before I move on to the Vita, you have the PSP 1000, 2003. These are all 3. As well as a PSP Go, which was a digital only, way ahead of its time. And the PSP Street, which was, like, not good. I want one, but it was only released in Europe, and it's not good. Then you move on to the Vita. 2012, I think, was the Vita launch date. This is just your standard 101 Vita. In my opinion, the best one because it has the OLED screen. There are 2 versions of this. Technically 3 if you count the PS Vita, like TV or whatever it is. The one that was just a little box that played Vita games. So technically, if you count that, then yeah, I don't know. There would be this model and then the Slim. There are a bunch of special editions. Really cool. Mine's just the, generic. Of course, I have the... Phil Focus. I have the 20th anniversary theme on mine. And I was playing Minecraft. Which, this is a physical Japanese import because I'm... because of course it is. In fact, I'll go ahead and prove that right now. Hold on, you're gonna go dark. I'll be back in just 1 second. There we are. Phil Focus. It's not gonna focus, but you can see it right there. Come on. We ain't got all day. Okay, so you're gonna go dark for a split second again. Okay, and that would be all my Sony stuff as far as like handhelds go. I guess we'll move on to Sega. So this is the first thing I see. This right here is the Sega Nomad. 96, I think it was. 96 was when this came out, I think. I don't remember. And basically all this is a portable Sega Genesis. It's really cool. It's got a port you can plug in for a Genesis right there. Of course, all your power modes and everything. Cartridge slot. And you could actually run batteries on the back of this. This really deserves its own video. I think I already did one, but it really deserves its own. And it would run 8 AAA batteries. And it only give you about an hour life. Battery life about an hour and a half. And it is a big system. It's really cool piece of history I got there. Go ahead and set it over here, make room for stuff. I'll clean all this up in the morning. This is getting kind of late with me filming. Oh yeah, the Genesis. Where is it at? This is another one of the ones I don't really count because it doesn't work. But I have it, and I have it close, and I don't have to pull it out of a box or anything, so I figured I'd just grab it. This is the Sega Genesis version 2. They made 3, 4 if you want to count the Nomad over there. They kind of lost features over time. This is the most common one, the Sega 2. This was actually my uncle's back in the 90s. I don't know why it doesn't work. Probably needs new pin connectors because it doesn't want to read games. It just says error every time you try to read it or something. I forget what it does. I'll have to plug it in one day and show you. Okay. Now on to the shelf. Of course, you got my N64. 1995, I think it was, for the N64. Might have been 96. I can't remember if Mario 64 was a launch title or not. I don't have many games for this. It's not plugged in. Well, actually, no. Yes, it is. Hold on. No, it doesn't have any boot up start or anything. Really cool cartridge-based system. Right before the GameCube, obviously. My PlayStation 1. Pull it out. My PlayStation 1 with this non-official memory card. They made 2 variants of the PlayStation 1. The PS1 Fat, as it is here, as well as the PlayStation 1 Slim. The Slim was a pretty cool system, as in the fact it was much smaller. It was probably about the size of... probably about picture the N64, but just a tad smaller. It didn't really have any revisions on it. It's not plugged in to make space for it because I'll plug it in later. Probably at the end of the video. Probably tomorrow, honestly. Then next, you have my Xbox. The OG Xbox. Basically a computer in the box from the 90s. 2001 was its release date. I'm not quite sure what the launch titles were for it, but they were something. There are technically 4 variations of this. They don't look any different. It's just their variations is the disk drive itself. There's a Thomson, Panasonic, Philips being the worst, and Samsung. I think Panasonic is the best, then Samsung, then Thomson, then Philips. It might be Philips being better than Thomson and Thomson worse than Philips. I don't know. I don't remember. Then you got my PS2. This is the second version of the PS2, just a generic color. Don't really have anything to say about it other than the fact that there were 2 variations of the PS2. Obviously, everybody knows about them. The fat model and the slim. There were quite a few special editions, actually. One of the ones that I remember and really want is the silver. It was to commemorate the 500th. It is to commemorate the 50th million PlayStation sold or something like that. Not in the PlayStation 1, just in total. From PlayStation, from 50 millionth, 500 million, or 50 millionth or something PlayStation. I don't remember. It was something. I actually have the controller for one right here. It's a little scuffed. I play that PS2 quite a bit. Then we're going to swivel around here and show you my systems. Of course, you have my Nintendo Switch right here. It is the Animal Crossing. You can hear a car outside. Wonder what they got in it. Probably just a stock truck. Anyway, then of course you got my Animal Crossing edition Nintendo Switch. I bought that brand new. Only system I've ever bought brand new. My 2 terabyte Xbox One S. my standard PS3. Of course, there's 3 variations of that. The Fat, Slim, which this is the Slim, and Super Slim. 4 variations of this. I don't have them, but the Xbox 360. My original red ringed, but it was a Slim, so it's really red dot. Of course, you can see right there, I'm just making sure it turns on still. Okay, it does. Anyway, there were 4 variations. The Fat, the Slim, or 3. The Fat, the Slim, and then the, as far as just basic models, there's not any, like, extras to them. I guess you could count the Elite and stuff like that, but I ain't gonna count those. Really neat system. Very fun stuff on it. If it doesn't break. Then, I guess I'll go ahead and stand up and show you some of the boxes. Of course, you have my Monster Hunter, which in here is the blue DSi. And here is the crystal red, and here is a completely broken black DS. But I don't count any of these really. I mean, I sometimes count the blue, but it's in the box, so we're not going to count it right now. Same goes for the red. I also have a Wii up in the living room, as well as a PS4. As you can see, the box for the Wii. In fact, we'll probably walk up there. I'm going to close the camera because I'm a loser and I still live with my parents and they don't want me showing the house. My bedroom's fine, but the house isn't, apparently. So, we'll be right back. You can probably hear me walking, no doubt. And as you can see, our dirty front living room. There's the PS4, and all the way over here, there's the Wii. Now we're going to walk back to the bedroom. I'm going to go ahead and close up the video because it'll be all my systems. I'm doing this because I don't have any editing software. Or I just edit this part out of the video. Alright, there you have it. We're going to be sitting back down. And there you have it. That would be all of my systems. I didn't count how many in total there were. It's a bunch. But I guess with that, I'm going to go ahead and say, if you made it this far into the video, this really long video that's going to take all night to upload, thank you for watching. I do try sometimes on this channel, despite contrary belief. But I'm going to go ahead and say, if you made it this far into the video, thank you for watching. If you want to support the channel, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe, all that stuff. I also have a second channel, if you like cars or anything like that, called Trailer Park Supercars. I'll put a link to it in the description. I try to upload to that every day, but sometimes, since I've ran out of things to film, it doesn't happen. So keep that in mind, as well as a lot of the stuff on there is just kind of I'm filming junkyard cars to have an excuse to talk about them. But I do have a 1974, you'll hear me talk about it a lot on that channel, 1974 Caprice Classic 2-door coupe I am working on. Can't promise when I get done, but if you care anything about that or you know anything about what I just said, I'll put the link to the description in it. But with that, oh, sorry for this camera getting super shaky, I'm getting tired. Thank you for watching, and have a good one.